नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते राधानाथ स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमो विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रष्टाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिनिति नामिने। नमस्ते सरस्वती देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पश्चात्य देशतारिणे। ओमज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। श्री चैतन्य मनोभीष्टं स्थापितमेन भूतले स्वयं रूप कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरु श्रीयुतपदकमलं श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगण रघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्ण चैतन्य देवं श्रीराधा कृष्ण पादान् सहगण ललिता श्री विशाखान्वितांश्च। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धु दीनबन्धु जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोऽस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसूते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्यैव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्रीकृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभो नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौरभक्तवृंदा। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। ईश्वर परमः कृष्ण सच्चिदानंद विग्रह अनादिरादिर् गोविंद सर्व कारण कारणम। ओम तत्सत। हरे कृष्ण। By the causeless mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, we are nicely studying Bhagavad Gita, the purest and topmost knowledge, Pavitram Idam Uttamam. So now we are successfully studying in the 15th chapter, that is the yoga of the Supreme Person. Krishna is teaching us in this chapter that how we should detach from everything in this material world and go to Goloka. In many chapters, many times Krishna mentioned about going back to him. And once we go back to Krishna, then we are never going to come back. So, birth and death are sure in this material world. But in Goloka, birth is sure, but there is no death at all. Anyone who is born there is sure that he is not going to die. That many times we have studied. Jatasyagi dhruvo mrityur. That is in this material world. Whereas Jatasyagi dhruvo amrityu. So that is in Krishna's world, Goloka. Then the next line doesn't apply. Dhruvam janma mritasya. So after death, so it's sure to born again. So it is not applicable in Goloka because we won't die. So that is the life we should aim. Normally in this material world, people aim for the better life. The families are getting separated, especially the children, when they grow up, they try to go and get jobs in places, different places, and then they won't even get an opportunity to live with their parents. That is the reality we are seeing with many, many families. It's very rarely you find that the children are staying with the parents forever. Forever means until they live or until the parents live. And even within the family, sometimes due to job, husband goes to other country or even wife goes to different place and they work and they are not even living together. So that is the reality in this material way. So for us, we need to find a better life with Krishna in Goloka. So the reality here in this material world, it is like that because of job, because of other needs. So everyone is getting separated like that. But they take it. They take it because they need money and they need better life. So they sacrifice. So that's what they do. Sometimes when the father goes to a different country to work, the father sacrifices living with the children and wife, with the mother. So because he thinks that by working hard, by making money, so the family can lead a better life. So why I'm telling all these things? Because we need to seek that place. Having gone, we will not come back, and there we are going to enjoy forever. So that is the better life. So now the problem is that we are separated from our Supreme Father for very long, and we are struggling and suffering in this material world and keep on going after life, like taking birth, life after life, and struggling and suffering in this material world. So because we think that we can enjoy here, but in reality, we are struggling and suffering. This is a material world. This is a place where suffering is permanent. So our happiness, and we can lead a better life, the best life, and permanent life, and without any sufferings and no miseries at all. That is possible only in Goloka with Krishna. So that way we should not be separated from Krishna. Krishna, of course, he is there with us, but we are not able to interact with Krishna. We are not able to see Krishna face to face. That is the problem in this material world. Even though Krishna is there residing in our heart as a super soul, and Krishna is there everywhere, but we are not able to speak with Krishna. We are not able to play with Krishna or eat with Krishna. At least Arjuna, 5,000 years ago when Krishna came, Arjuna was able to actually eat with Krishna and sleep with Krishna and play with Krishna and sit with Krishna. All such things he was able to do. Vigara Sayasana Bhojanesu. So that's what he was telling Krishna. So now we need to feel that separation, that we are separated from Krishna for so long that we are struggling and suffering in this material world, and we need to bring an end to these miseries, and we need to give up all the attachments to everything in this material world, because our only permanent relation is Krishna only. Relative is Krishna only. He is our Supreme Father. He is the seed-giving Father. So we need to go with him, and we need to go to Goloka and enjoy with him. So then we are going to lead a very, very peaceful, permanent, blissful life in the Goloka with Krishna. And there, Krishna's palace is so nice. We can be with him in our palace, Krishna's palace. Chintamani prakara sadmasu kalpa vriksha laksha vratesu surabira vipalayantam lakshmi sahasra satasambhrama sevyamanam govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. So that's the life we are going to live in Goloka. So kalpa vriksha. So the desire fulfilling trees are there, and surabhi and we will get, so lakshavratesu surabhi. So not one or two, lakshavratesu. So abhipalayantam. So they are giving the milk. So we are going to, and Lakshmi Sahasra Sata Sambrahma Sevyamanam, not one or two Lakshmi. It is Sahasra Sata. It is hundreds of thousands of Lakshmis are serving Krishna. So that way we can go and be with Krishna and enjoy with Krishna. And that is the life we should aim. So that is our better life. So we should aim for that life. Like in the beginning, as I mentioned, that people get separated and go to different countries and go to different cities, and they work and thinking that that is going to bring their life, make their life better. So now we should now aim, we should work and use all of our resources and energy, everything in the service of Krishna, with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita and the rendering devotional service unto Krishna, getting freed from the three modes of material nature, and go to Goloka and enjoy with him forever. So that is the best life we can get. Permanent life we can get. Enjoyment forever. And for that, we should be able to enjoy now like that. In order to go to Goloka, we should be able to enjoy now like that. So that means we should free ourselves from all attachments and lead a life which we are going to live in Goloka in this material world itself. So we need to carefully understand this science. This is a very important science. In this material world, we are going to die. There is no doubt about it. Because we have got a material body. So that way, we are going to die. Our body is going to come to an end. But if we are able to live a life like how we are going to live in Goloka in this material world with this body, that means our mind is not attached to anything else. We are able to find satisfaction and happiness only within the self. And not worried, not disturbed by whatever is happening around us. We are not thinking about anything else. So if we do like that, then we can achieve that Brahmabhuta platform. So when we elevate ourselves to that Brahman level, so then at the end of death, when we leave this body, since we are already in the Brahman level, that means we are already living a life which we are going to live in Goloka, in this body itself. That means we are not, there is no need for us to come back here because we are not going to think about anything in this material world. Our mind is going to focus only on Krishna and we are going to do everything only for Krishna's satisfaction. So that way, when we are doing everything for Krishna with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, by rendering devotional service to Krishna and by surrendering everything unto Krishna, so then we can actually, when we die, since we are already disconnected, detached from this material world, we are not going to be thinking about anything in this material world. So then we will go to Goloka. That's it. That is the way to go to Goloka. It is not like that a person just dies, as Krishna says in the 8th chapter, that Sukla Krishna Gati Hete Jagattaga Saswate Mate Ekaya Yati Anavritam Anyaya Vartate. So there are two ways of leaving this body. So in one way you will not come back, in the another way you will come back. So that is not applicable to everyone. That is applicable to only yoga, only yogi. So who has already transcended the three modes of material nature and he is ready to go to Goloka. So naite sthiti partha jnanam yogi mukhyati kaschana tasmat sarvesu kalesu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. So by knowing this, the yogi is not bewildered at all. Naite sthiti partha jnanam yogi mukhyati kaschana tasmat sarvesu kalesu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. That's what is very important. All the time you engaged in this yoga. Sarvesu kalesu yoga yukto bhavarjuna. So that's what Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita. All the time we should be engaged in Krishna's devotional service. All the time. Everything we do, it should be only for Krishna's satisfaction. That is the way we should lead our life. And time is flying very fast. Our days are numbered in this world. There is no doubt about it. And there is no guarantee that even we will live a long life here. But of course, when we fully believe in Krishna, when we surrender unto Krishna, then Krishna will keep us as long as we need here. So once we are freed from the modes of nature, once we are able to achieve the Brahman platform, then if Krishna thinks that we don't have to live here at all, then Krishna even take us to Goloka immediately also. But ourselves, elevating ourselves to that platform is very important. Ihaivattaihi jitaga sargau yesam samye sitam managa nirdosham gi samam brahma tasmat brahmani te stitaga. So in this life itself, ihaivattaihi jitaga sarga, we can conquer birth in this material world. We don't have to take birth, next birth in this. In this life itself, it is possible. Only for those who are able to completely control their mind. Esam samye stitam manaka. Samye, control. Stitam, steady, mind. So those who are able to control and make their mind steady. Esam samye stitam manaka. Nirdosham gi samam Brahma. So at that time we will be free from all faults. Nirdosham gi and equal to Brahman, samam Brahman. So that means we will be able to elevate ourselves to that Brahman platform. When our mind is fully controlled, when our mind is focusing only on Krishna, when we are able to do everything only for Krishna. So that's why Nirdosham gi samam Brahma. Tasmat Brahmani te stitaga. So therefore, be situated in that Brahman platform. That's what Krishna is teaching us. Tasmat Brahmani te stitaga. So that's what we are supposed to do. We have to do everything for Krishna with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Surrender everything unto Krishna. Then we are going to go to Goloka. Krishna is with us, helping us, and Krishna is ready to take us to Goloka. And we should prepare. We should prepare ourselves to go to Goloka. That's what is very important. So leave everything. That is the preparation. That also I have mentioned many times in the past. So every day, we should try to ditch everything in this material way. Leave everything. Don't have any attachment on anything. Leave everything and be ready to go to Goloka. Because we can't take anything. Because the soul only has to go. So we can only remember Krishna and go to Goloka. That's it. So that way we should not be attached to anything in this material world. That's why Krishna is teaching us in this Bhagavad Gita that Asanga Sastrena Dridena Chitva. That one Narupamashyega Tatopalabhyate Nato Nachatiki Nacha Sampradista Asvattamenam Suviruda Moolam Asanga Sastrena Dridena Chitva. You have to cut down all these things with the weapon of detachment. Asanga Sastrena Dridena Chitva. Then we can go to Goloka. So that should be the goal of our life. That desire is the one what we need to have. Sometimes people say that, oh, that's also a desire. We should not have any desires. No, that's not right. When Krishna himself is teaching us so many times, telling us so many times in Bhagavad Gita that you come to me, then ourselves to develop that desire. So that is the desire we should have. Of course, we want to serve everyone here. That is service to Krishna. Service to the mankind is the service to Krishna. We know that. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, because we are not attached to anything, and because of that, we can do everything for the satisfaction, not for the satisfaction, for the benefits of others. That is for the satisfaction of Krishna. Because Krishna is the well-wisher of all living entities. Sugradam Sarva Bhutanam. So when he is the well-wisher of all living entities, so when we do all kinds of good things to others, then Krishna will be very happy. So for that reason, we should do all kinds of yajna, dana, tapa, karma. That's what we are supposed to do. With Bhagavad Gita knowledge, it is very much possible for us to do like that. With Bhagavad Gita knowledge, Krishna is clearly giving us the direction to what to do, everything. Tatte karma pravakshami yajnatva mokshashashva. So I shall explain to you what is karma, by knowing which you will be freed from the miseries of material existence. That's what with Bhagavad Gita knowledge, Krishna is teaching us what is karma. And what we should do and what we should not do. Everything is getting very clear with this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And only one thing we need to do is just spread this message. That's it. We just do that, we are going to go to Goloka. So now we are successfully studying in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So we finished 8 shlokas in the 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. So in the shloka number 7, Krishna taught us that ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातनः मनः षष्ठानीन्द्रियाणि प्रकृतिस्थानि कर्षति ममैवांशो जीवलोके जीवभूतः सनातन. So this Jiva so that is the living entities, the Jiva Bhutaka, which is eternal. So that is the eternal living entity. So they are my Amsa, Mamaiva Amsa. They are of my Amsa, means they are my fragmental particle. They are of my nature. But in this Jiva Loke, in this material world, conditioned world, Managasastani Indriyani, with 6 senses, including the mind, Managasastani Indriyani, Prakritistani, in the Prakriti, Karsati, they are struggling. So they are struggling in the Prakriti with 6 senses, including the mind. So that's what Krishna is teaching us. So we are suffering and struggling in this material world with 6 senses. So the living entities in this conditioned world are my eternal fragmental parts. Due to conditioned life, they are struggling very hard with the 6 senses, which include the mind. Then in the next sloka, what we studied yesterday, in this sloka number 8, Krishna taught us very clearly. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapyukto yachapuktamati ishvaraha grihitvaitani samyati vayur gandhani vashaya. Shariram yadavapnoti yachapi uktamati svaragam. So when we achieve a new body and giving up the old one, uktra and avapnoti, at that point of time, grihitvetani samyati. So we are carrying all these things, managa sastani indriyani. So all these things, managa sastani indriyani, like air carries aroma. In the next sloka, Krishna is explaining, given very clearly about this. How we are carrying this Managa Sastani Indriya. So Managa Sastani Indriyani we are carrying. So that is 6 senses including the mind. So how we are doing it? Everything grouped about our mind at the time of death. That's why in the 8th chapter itself, Krishna told us very clearly that whatever we remember at the time of death, we are going to get it. Because our mind only is carrying everything to the next body. That's what is very important. So we need to now in this life, we need to tune our mind. We need to train our mind to remember only Krishna, to forget about everything in this material world. So that's what is needed. That practice is very much needed. So that's why Krishna is teaching us that control your mind, focus your mind on me, fix your mind on me. Because at the time of death, if you remember me, you will come to me. There is no doubt about it. Antakale cha mameva smaran muktva kalebram yaprayati samadbhavamyati nasti atra samsaya. So the living entity in the material world carries his different conceptions of life from one body to another as the air carries aromas. Thus he takes one kind of body and again puts it to take another. So, Shrotram chakshuhu sparshanam cha rasanam granameva cha adhisthaya manaschayam vishayan upasevate. Shotram, ears, chakshu, eyes, sparsanam, skin, touch, skin, rasanam, tongue, and granam, that is the nose, smelling power, nose, granam, evacha, adhisthaya. So we achieve in our next body everything manaschayam. So depending upon our mind. So adhisthaya manaschayam. Vishayan upasevate. Then we will enjoy the sense objects depending upon what kind of body we get it. So that's what Vishayan upasevate. The living entity is thus taking another gross body, obtain a certain type of ear, eye, tongue, nose, and sense of touch, which are grouped about the mind he thus enjoys a particular set of sense objects. That's why our mind should remember only Krishna, nothing else. Then we will go to Krishna and enjoy with Krishna. So by Krishna's causeless mercy, we have successfully finished the 9th sloka in the 15th chapter. Now let us chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra and focus our mind on the transcendental sound vibration. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shiva Sadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare 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 Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrindam Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna, Tina Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Thank you so much, Guruji, for today's class. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. इसके गार्ग प्रभु हरे कृष्णा.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Thank you very much, Guruji. Thank you very much for all your efforts, your time. God's mercy, we are all learning so much through you.
Yes, Prabhu. Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Ipsa Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you for this class, Prabhuji.
Thank you. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Mohanan Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Pranam Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Pranam.
Thank you so much for the class, Guruji. Today again I could attend the class. Thank you so much, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji. Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna.
Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Sarveshwar Vishnu Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Paliyappan Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Today's sloga is really more interesting in the sense that whatever we remember at the time of death by our ear, eyes, nose, and all these things, whatever thinking we have in that respect, then we will get the rebirth with the same thing. That is a very, very interesting thing to learn. That means whatever birth we are in now is due to that only. That is very clear. It's very, very clear. That is.
That is
Thank you.
That's a very
Yeah,
good.
that is very, very clear. That is. Thank you, Guruji. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Hare Krishna. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu. Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. Thank you for the class. No
Yes.
doubts, Guruji. Thank you.
Jyoti Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Deepesh Prabhu, Hare
Hare Krishna Guruji. Thank
Hare
you for the class, Guruji. Thank you for keeping us in Krishna consciousness. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Mahendra Shukla Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, Dhanavad
Hare
Pranam. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Kumbhodandi Sabhi,
Prabhu,
Hare
Hare
Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Asha Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Krishna.
Thank you Guruji for nice class. We should remember our goal and work hard for
That is
that
it.
Guruji only.
All the time remembering Krishna only.
Yes Guruji. Hare Krishna Guruji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Hare Ram.
Hare Krishna Guruji for all your efforts Guruji.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Thank you Guruji.
Thank you, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna.
Ravindra Goyal Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji. Sadar Dandavat Pranam Guruji. Beautiful class, very nicely explained the verse. Yes, Vayu Gandhan Iv. That is a very nice simile. Very clearly, it explains how the soul leaves the body while taking all its accumulations captured in the mind.
Yes.
And then it takes the next body.
Yes.
So it's very nice, Guruji. And we all know with your mercy that the Lord is always with us, even when we leave this body, and during the transit also, He is with us. If we
Yes.
remember Him, then we get related. Very nice understanding, Guruji. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. So grateful to you.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Satyendra Singh Prabhu.
Hare Krishna Guruji Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Today you have given again beautiful class, beautiful analogy in which you have compared that as we get separated from our father, family, and do the work outside from the home and suffering, the same way we are separated from Lord Krishna and suffering in this material world. Only really beautiful, wonderful class. Really enjoying. Thank you, Guruji, for your wonderful class. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare
Rama
Rama,
Rama.
Hare Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Sarveshwar Vishnu Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Dandavot Pradhan Guruji, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Krishna.
Pranam Guruji, Pranam.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna. Lakshmi Sridhar Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Guruji, Pranam Guruji.
Pranam Prabhu, Hare Krishna.
By classless mercy of Krishna, today I joined a little bit late. I could hear the lecture. And today's lecture, what is we learned is Krishna teaches us how to detach from this material world and go to Goloka. Once we go to Goloka, there is no coming back. There is no death also in the Goloka, no rebirth. In this material world, children, due to job and they are getting away from parents, and family also not living together, only for the sake of job and making money for a better life. But we need to find a better life in Goloka. We need to seek better destination. We are struggling in this material world with suffering and misery. We are not able to have company with Krishna in this material world. That is why we are suffering. We need to give up all attachments with this material world. Once we go to Goloka, we can lead a blissful life. There are numerous Kamadhenus, numerous Kalpavrachas, and thousands of Lakshmis in Goloka. With the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, getting free from the three modes of material nature, we go to Goloka and get enjoyment forever. Permanent life. We should be free from all attachments. In this material world itself, we need to lead a life of Goloka. Then we can achieve Brahma level, Brahman platform, focusing only on Krishna, doing everything to Krishna, and surrendering unto Krishna. When we do, then we go to Goloka. Then doing everything for Krishna. All the time to engage in Krishna yoga, worship of Krishna. When we surrender unto Krishna, free from three modes of material nature, Krishna will take us to Goloka. He will take care of us. We have to elevate ourselves to that platform in this life itself. That is what we learned in today's lecture. Therefore, it is told that be situated always in Brahman platform. We should prepare ourselves to go to Goloka, to leave everything in this material world. Asanga Satvena, Drudena Chitta. That should be our goal. We should do Yagna, Dana, Tapo, Karma with the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. Everything is clear. Now, in this 15th chapter, 8th sloka, Krishna is telling us, like the air carries fragments of fragrance from place to place, soul also carries the mind and senses with it after leaving a body and going into the next body. In the 9th sloka, it is told that using the senses, ear, eyes, skin, tongue, and nose, grouped together around the mind, the soul savors the objects of all the senses. Very nicely understood. Thank you very much, Guruji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu. Hare Krishna, let us listen to Srila Prabhupada.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Mani Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Guruji.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, there was some function, it was not operating, it got jammed. I'm not able to unmute properly. Yeah, thank you very much for today's class. So beautifully it is explained. So we carry whatever at the time of death, that is what we are going to carry. That particular characteristics only we are going to carry. So the one question is, since we are coming from one source, and the intelligence also, it is one source of Krishna. But how come each individual is unique in nature? That is what I am trying to find answer. If the source is one, there is no discrimination. In that case, why each individual soul is different from others? That is what I felt very bad. It is because of that nature they carry.
It's because of our free will, we commit sins, and then we have swabhava. Every soul has got its own swabhava. That's the thing we need to understand. That's the whole science Krishna is teaching us in Bhagavad Gita about this swabhava. Every individual is different because of the three, like with three basic colors, you can make so many different colors. So like that, by the mixture of these three swabhavas, so many different characteristics. So that's why everyone behaves differently. Swabhava only makes us different. Yes,
No, but if we get into a logical conclusion, as per the science, one prototype, if it is created, that prototype gets standardized. So why it is not getting standardized in the human life?
we cannot ask this logic science here, Prabhu. So Atma is beyond science, beyond the material science.
So the only answer is because of that previous karma. So that decides the fate. That is why each one carries a unique nature. Though for everyone, the goal is one, objective is one, that we need to go to Goloka and we don't need rebirth. That goal and objective is very simple. I don't think anybody want to deviate from that. Everybody's objective is that only. As long as they understand and they impart the knowledge of Bhagavad Gita, so everybody understand that this is the only goal, only objective for life. But in reality, that is not happening. That is the big question mark. Why it is not happening?
Because of ignorance. Because we don't have the knowledge, we are ignorant. That's why in reality we are struggling and suffering in this material world. We have to follow Bhagavad Gita word to word. Not everybody. This is a material world. So we cannot expect going to the jail why everybody is bad. If all the prisoners are there in the jail, we cannot go and ask that why all the prisoners are behaving bad. Because they are criminals. That's why they are put in jail. Like that, this
So
is a
that
material.
greediness or materialistic push or pull that creates a problem for each human being.
Yes.
They don't carry the super quality of Krishna. That is the problem.
That is correct.
Thank you for today's class. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram,
Hare Ram,
Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we continuously have to understand, impart those knowledges, execute those knowledges, and today you nicely explained that how we can do that, how we can implement that also. The practically it is explained in this chapter, in this sloga, today's sloga. So how to carry out those execution.
Yes,
Thank you, Guru. Thank you very much.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, we will see tomorrow.